Hello my friends, for today's beer review we're going to be taking a look at Dogfish Head Brewery's Positive Contact. Okay, this should be interesting, and you'll find out why in just a second. So this is Dogfish Head Positive Contact. This beer clocks in at a whopping 9% ABV. By the time I get to the bottom of the bottle, I will be feeling it. This is why it's going to be interesting. This says, ale brewed with apple cider and spices, a positive combination of Fuji cider, slow-roasted farro, a bit of cayenne, and fresh cilantro. So we have farro, Fuji apple cider, cayenne pepper, and cilantro. That just sounds weird, honestly. Weird is the best way I can describe that. To read the bottle, here it says, that's bottling information. Does not say much else on it. I read the commercial description online. This was basically like a, it was based on some music group, one of their songs named Positive Contact, and it was like some musical collaboration brew that they did. But the simple fact of the matter is that it's a freaking beer with Fuji apple cider, farro, cilantro, and cayenne pepper. I don't know what to expect. And because of that, I'm going to be drinking this out of the Duvel glass. Whenever it's something that I think is going to have complicated or complex aromas or tastes, or I just don't know what I'm getting into, this is what I use. It's the best glass for assessing the beverage. So, without further ado, I'm going to get the cap off of this Frankenstein project of a beer here and see what Positive Contact is all about, because I honestly don't know what to expect. Straight into the glass, the color is straw, clear straw, very light. Let's see if we can get ahead on this. Very aggressive pour. Let's get a little bit more in there. That's a lot of head too. Alrighty. Enough here for at least another glass. Formed a nice 2.5 fingers of bright, soapy, kind of creamy white head. This looks like Duvel in the glass. It is a very murky and extremely unfiltered yellow gold color. It looks just like Duvel, and this is one of those beers where you can see little bits of sediment and stuff floating around in the beer, which usually means it's going to be pretty tasty. Not too many bubbles streaming up to reinforce the head, so I don't know how long it's going to stick around, but let's give it a smell. I can smell a sweetness to it. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I can definitely smell kind of a heat, like a cayenne pepper heat. I am getting sweet Fuji apple from the apple cider. Not really getting any cilantro, at least in the aroma. And it kind of has that sour, limey tequila wang that you get from sour beers like Duvel and the like. I mean, there's a little bit of hops to it, but it's really masked by a very peppery, it's almost warming to the throat, a peppery aroma, like cayenne red peppery aroma with sweet warm apple. I don't know. We won't know until we give it a taste. So let's see what it's all about. So far, pretty boring, not gonna lie. This just tastes like a not so sour, slightly sweet Duvel. There's no kind of cilantro, cayenne pepper, or apple to be found anywhere in this brew. This is probably one of the most disappointing beers I have ever drank. To think that I paid almost $16 for this specialty beer when I could have paid that exact same amount and got myself a 4-pack of Duvel and had a lot stronger flavor too. Yeah, no. None of that stuff is in there. That's a lie. This does not have... There's no apple. There's no cilantro. You might find, I mean, just the lightest touch of heat from... No, it's not from the pepper. It's the alcohol, and your brain's just going to trick you. You're going to try to find these things because they just spent $16 on the freaking bottle. No. Not worth the money. Don't go get this beer. That was a waste of $16 for a beer. I'm going to finish it because I feel like I won't get my money's worth if I didn't. But just to go over the flavor development. Limey Belgian sour taste. Slightly sweet and weak. Boring. This beer gets a 2. He gets a 2 out of 10. And the reason why it's so low is not because it's a bad beer. I mean, it's a good beer. It tastes fine. But the simple fact of the matter is, it's not what is described. If I wanted a Belgian sour or a Duvel, I'd go buy one. I wanted a beer that had cayenne pepper, cilantro, Fuji apples, and something really interesting and out there that I've never had before. This is not that beer. Not worth the money. 2 out of 10. Hopefully we'll have a better beer to come in the future review. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed it as always.